How do you get through all this pressure? Well, I think it takes its toll on the caregiver. Probably not at the time because you have to deal with it, so you put a brave face on, you continue to try and smile. When a patient goes to bed, often that's when you might crack up a little bit. You might feel a little bit sad or down and fed up with it all, tired from it. You have to deal with it, you just get on with it. I think when friends and family come round, they mean in the best, but they're constantly asking, how is the patient, how's the patient? Sometimes the caregiver's thinking, why does nobody ask about how I am? You know, whether we would actually really be open and honest and say, I'm really struggling, I'm not sure that we would at that time, because we feel that that's what we should be doing. You know, we look very proud at the top like a swan, but underneath we're paddling like mad trying to get through everything. But I don't think we're really brave enough at that time to say, no, I'm not coping and I need some help. I really do think friends would try and help and family would try and help if they even knew that you were struggling. So I think caregivers need to learn to be more honest and open with friends and family. The health professionals need to understand the pressure that's being put on a caregiver. They're there, they get the patient right, they get rid of the cancer, that's absolutely brilliant. But at what price? Because going forward, what happens to that caregiver? When the patient's on the mend, do they end up with a nervous breakdown? Do they end up needing a psychologist to try and help them understand what happened to me there? Do the children suffer? In an ideal world, it would be nice if there was a coordinator that could manage patients' appointments and where they need to be each day of the week. You know, if they've got 2 appointments in one day, to make sure that there's time to get the patient from A to B. If it's a chemotherapy appointment and the patient can feel quite rough after that, and then you've got to scoot them off for a CT scan, it's not a good idea to have those on the same day. So a coordinator could be looking at what is that patient having to go through, which in turn would then help the caregiver. There's no consideration as to whether the caregiver even drives. Can they afford 2 or 3 taxis a week to keep coming backwards and forwards to hospitals? I think health professionals need to be more aware of what these challenges are that a caregiver faces. Can they suddenly take time off work to get the patient backwards and forwards? What effect is it having on their home life? Have they got children to look after? So they're all different things that the health professional doesn't take into consideration.